Hello everyone, and welcome back to another one of my Minecraft pixel art tutorials. Today I'll be showing you how to make Anna from the Disney movie Frozen. Now, before you continue watching this video, I want you to pause the video and click on the annotation that's located at the top center of this video, or in the description, because you're going to have to understand the terms I'll be using while I'm instructing you throughout this tutorial. The blocks that you'll be needing for this pixel art are black wool, gray wool, lapis block, cyan wool, light blue wool, green wool, lime wool, light gray wool, white wool, snow, sand, end stone, birchwood planks, oak wood planks, oak wood, spruce wood planks, brown wool, pumpkin, pink wool, magenta wool, and red wool. So go ahead and put all of those blocks in your inventory so you won't have to go looking for them later. So now let's go ahead and fly to the center block, and now the right base number for this pixel art will be 48. It does not have a right edge number. Now the left base number will be 32, and the edge number will be 15. Now if you have absolutely no idea on what I'm talking about, then that means you did not pause the video and go watch the video I instructed you to go watch. So, it's only going to get more confusing for you, and you will not be able to complete this pixel art if you have no idea on what I'm talking about. So go ahead and pause the video now, go watch that video, then come back to this tutorial. We're going to start on the right base of the pixel art. So on the right base, we'll place 5 blocks going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we'll place 2 blocks going up on the left side of it. So 1, 2. And now 3 blocks going diagonal up to the right. 1, 2, 3. And now we'll place 2 blocks going across on the upper level. So 1, 2. And now another 2 blocks going across on the upper level. 1, 2. And now 1 block on top of this last block that we just placed. And now we'll place 4 blocks going up to the right. So we'll place that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now 2 blocks going up to the left side of it. So that 1, 2. And now 3 blocks going diagonal up to the right side. It's 1, 2, 3. And now 3 blocks going across on the upper level. 1, 2, 3. And now 2 blocks going up to the left. 1, 2. Now 3 blocks going diagonal up to the left. 1, 2, 3. And now 2 blocks going across on the upper level. 1, 2. And now 3 blocks going across on the upper level. 1, 2, 3. And now 1 block on top of the last block that we just placed. And now we'll place 2 blocks going up to the right side. 1, 2. And now 3 blocks going up to the right side. 1, 2, 3. And now we'll place 3 blocks going up to the left side. So 1, 2, 3. And then we'll place another 3 blocks going up to the left side. 1, 2, 3. Now we'll place 1 block diagonal going up to the left. And then we'll place another block going diagonal up to the left. So we have 2 blocks going diagonal like that. Now we'll place 2 blocks going diagonal up to the right side. So we'll place that there. It's 1, 2. And now we'll place 2 blocks going up to the right side. So these couple of blocks are going to go up to the right side. So let's place that's 1, 2, like that. And then we'll place 1 block diagonal. And then 2 blocks going up. 1, 2. And then 1 block diagonal. And then we'll place 2 sets of 2s going up. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 sets of 2s, like that. And now 3 blocks going up. 1, 2, 3. Now 7 blocks going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now 2 sets of 2s going up to the right side. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Now 10 blocks going up to the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now 13 blocks going up to the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And now we'll move back to the left side, and on the left side we'll place 3 blocks going up. So that's left. 1, 2, 3. Now we'll place 4 blocks going up to the left, and these blocks are all going to go up to the left from now on. So we'll place that there. So 4 blocks going up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now 1 block diagonal. And then we'll place 3 sets of 2s going up. 3 sets of 2s. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Now 5 blocks going diagonal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 2 blocks going up. So we'll put that there. It's 1, 2. And now 2 blocks diagonal. It's 1, 2. Now 2 blocks going across on the upper level. 1, 2. Now 1 block diagonal. Now 5 blocks going across on the upper level. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 2 blocks going across on the upper level. 1, 2. Now 2 blocks diagonal. 1, 2. Now 2 blocks going across on the upper level. 1, 2. Now we'll place 2 sets of 3s going across. So 2 sets of 3s. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Now we'll place 12 blocks going across on the upper level. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright. Now we're going to be placing the blocks going down to the left. So on the lower level, we'll place 3 blocks going across. 1, 2, 3. Now 4 blocks going across. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 2 sets of 2s going across. 1, 2. 1, 2. So it looks like that. And now 1 block diagonal. Alright. And now 3 sets of 2s going across. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now we'll place 7 blocks going diagonal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, now we'll place 2 blocks going down on the left side. 1, 2. Now 1 block diagonal. And now 5 sets of 2s going down. So 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2. So let's double check. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 sets of 2s. Now we'll place 2 sets of 3s going down. That's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we'll place 2 sets of 2s going down. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2. Now 3 blocks going down. 1, 2, 3. Now we'll place 11 blocks going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now let's fly up here, and we'll start placing the blocks going down to the right side. So let's switch to the bookshelf, and now we'll place 9 blocks going down to the right side. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, 9. Whoops. There we go. 9 blocks going down. All right. Now we'll place 3 blocks going down. That's 1, 2, 3. And now we'll place 2 blocks going down to the right side. 1, 2. And now 3 blocks going down. That's actually going to be 3 sets of 3s going down to the right side. So 3 sets of 3s. That's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, oops, 2, 3. Double checking. That's 3 sets of 3s. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. Now we'll place 3 sets of 2s going down. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 3 sets of 2s. Now we'll place 1 block diagonal. And then 2 blocks going down. 1, 2. Now 1 block diagonal. 1. And then we'll place 1 block right next to this block going across to the right side. So it looks like that. So you get this 2 blocks going across like that. This L shape. And now on this block, I want you to place a block on top of that. There you go. And then underneath this block here, we'll place 4 blocks going down underneath it, directly underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like that. All right. Now we're going to be placing 2 blocks going down on the right side of this. So that's 1, 2. And then we'll place 3 blocks going down on the right side. 1, 2, 3. And now we'll place 4 blocks going diagonal down to the right side. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we'll place 2 blocks going across on the lower level. So 1, 2. And now we'll place 5 blocks going across on the lower level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And directly underneath the block that we just placed, I want you to place a block underneath that. So it looks like that. Okay? Now, switching to the left side for a bit, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going down on the left side of this block. So 1, 2, 3. Now, switching back to the right side, we'll place 2 blocks. 2 blocks going diagonal down to the right. That's 1, 2. And now 2 blocks going across on the lower level, like 1, 2. So it should look like that. All right. So now we'll place 1 block diagonal, still going down to the right. And now we'll place 4 blocks going across on the lower level. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's go back to the first block that we just placed of the 4 blocks going across. Go back to this block here. And then directly underneath it, you'll place 2 blocks going down. So 1, 2. And now we'll switch to the left side. We're going to be placing blocks that go down to the left side of it. So now we'll place 3 blocks going diagonal down to the left. So 3 blocks diagonal. 1, 2, 3. And now 2 blocks going across. So 1, 2. And now 5 blocks going diagonal. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now 2 blocks going across. 1, 2. And now 4 blocks going diagonal. Now this is the moment of truth to see if it matches the base. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So as you can see, it did match the base. Now, just to remind you again, the base number for this pixel art on the left side is 32, and the edge number is 15. So now let's go ahead and start. Let's pick a spot. Let's go up here where we had the 6 blocks going down. Just count them, 6. We have this 1 block right here. So find this area. Alright. Now, from this block here, we'll place 1 block going diagonal up to the right. So it looks like that. And then we'll place 2 blocks going diagonal from it, going down to the right. Oops. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2. So it's going to look like that. And then from this block again, we'll place 1 block going diagonal up to the left. It's 1, so it looks like that. Alright, so essentially it's going to look like this. 4 blocks going diagonal up to the left. Alright. Now, from this block, we'll place 2 blocks going up to the left side. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2. And now we'll place 4 blocks going up to the left side of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now 2 blocks going up to the left side of it. 1, 2. Now 3 blocks going up on the left side of it. So that's 1, 2, 3. And now 6 blocks going up to the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we're going to switch sides. We're going to switch to the right side. Now, I want you to place 4 blocks going up on the right side of this block. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to place 5 blocks going diagonal up to the right. So all of these blocks are going to go up to the right from now on until I instruct you otherwise. So starting from that block, we'll place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it should look like this. Alright, now I want you to place, from the last block that we just placed, we'll place 2 sets of 2s going up to the right side. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2, and 1, 2. 2 sets of 2s like that. Now I want you to place 1 block diagonal. And now 2 blocks going up on the right side, because all of these blocks are going to go up on the right side. So 1, 2. So it looks like that. And now we'll place 2 blocks going across on the upper level. 1, 2. And now directly underneath the block that we just placed, we'll place 17 blocks going straight down. So starting from this block, we'll place, that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 blocks. Now, I want you to place 1 block diagonal going down to the left side for a quick bit. So place that. So it looks like that. Alright. Now, we'll place, from this block, we'll place 2 blocks going up to the left side. 1, 2. And now 4 blocks going up to the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now 4 blocks again going up to the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should look like that. Alright. Now coming back down, from this block right here, we'll place 5 blocks going down to the left side. So starting right next to that placement block. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now 2 blocks going down on the right side of this. So place that there. 1, 2. Now 2 blocks going diagonal down to the right side. So it'll look like this. That's 1, 2. It should look exactly like this. Alright, so now let's go back up here to where we had the 2 blocks going across. And all of these blocks, like I said before, are going to go up to the right. So now, from this 2 blocks across, we'll place 1 block diagonal, like that. And then 3 blocks going across. That's 1, 2, 3. And now 2 blocks going diagonal. That's 1 and 2. And now 2 sets of 2s going across. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now 3 blocks going across. 1, 2, 3. Now 6 blocks going across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 5 blocks going across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now 2 blocks going across. 1, 2. And now another 2 sets of 2s going across. So 2 sets of 2s going across. 1, 2. 1, 2. So in total, this is 3 sets of 2s going across right here after the 5 blocks going across. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, now I want you to place 1 block going diagonal down to the right side. So it's going to look like this. It's 1. Alright. Now, on the upper level, I want you to place 2 sets of 2s going across. On the upper level, 2 sets of 2s. 1, 2. 1, 2. Alright. Now, I want you to place on the lower level 2 blocks going across. 1, 2. Alright. Now, I want you to place... Now, all of these blocks are going to go up to the right again. So, I want you to place 2 blocks going diagonal up to the right. 1, 2. Now, 2 sets of 2s going up to the right side. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now, 1 block diagonal. Now, 2 blocks going up. So, 1, 2. Now, 2 blocks going diagonal. 1, 2. And now, 2 sets of 2s going up. 1, 2. 1, 2. So now I want you to place 3 blocks going diagonal up to the left side. So we're going to switch sides for a bit. So on the left side, 3 blocks going diagonal. That's 1, 2, 3. Now from this block, I want you to place 1 block going diagonal up to the right side. So it's going to look like this. That's 1. Okay. Now 5 blocks going up to the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now 2 blocks going up to the left side. So that's 1, 2. And now I want you to place 2 blocks going diagonal up to the left side. 1 and actually 2. So it should connect to this black wall right here. So now I want you to fly all the way down until you find this area here. The 2 blocks going up that is in between the other 2 blocks going up and the 2 blocks going diagonal. Now, next to this placement block, I want you to place 2 sets of 2s going across on the lower level. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Now, I want you to place 3 blocks going diagonal down to the right side. That's 1, 2, 3. Now, 2 sets of 2s going down to the right side. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now, place 6 blocks going down to the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now 8 blocks going down to the right side. 8. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Now 6 blocks going down to the right side. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. And now another 6 blocks going down to the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And it should connect to this block here diagonally. So if it does, you're doing everything correctly. Okay. So now let us go across to the left side. Go all the way across to the left side. You remember the edge point? It was the 11 blocks going down. This is the 11 blocks going down. Now I want you to go a lower level and find this section right here, the 9 blocks going down. Alright? So on top of this block right here, on the 9 blocks going down, find this area right here. And what we'll do from here, from this block, we'll place 2 blocks going up to the right side. So all of these blocks are going to go up to the right side. Alright? So now let's place that there. We'll place 1, 2, like that. And then we'll place 3 blocks going up. Now, remember, all of these blocks go up to the right side. So 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3. So it looks like that. 2 blocks up, 3 blocks up. Alright, now I want you to place 3 sets of 2s going up. 3 sets of 2s. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it looks like that. Now, 3 blocks going up. 1, 2, 3. Now 2 sets of 2s going up. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now 3 blocks going up. It's 1, 2, 3. Now I want you to place 3 sets of 2s going up. 3 sets of 2s. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2. Alright. Now I want you to place 1 block diagonal. Now 2 blocks going up. 1, 2. Now another block diagonal. Put that there. And now 2 blocks going up. 1, 2. Alright. Now 3 blocks going diagonal. That's 1, 2, 3. Now 2 blocks going up. 1, 2. And now 3 blocks diagonal. 1, 2, 3. And now I want you to place 4 sets of 2s going across. 4 sets of 2s. So 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2. Now I want you to place 2 sets of 4s going across. 2 sets of 4s. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Now place 9 blocks going across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. Now we're going to switch it up. We're going to go down to the right side. So all the blocks that we place are going to go down to the right side. Alright, so on the lower level of this block, we'll place 2 sets of 3s going across. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Now we'll place 2 blocks going across. 1, 2. And now 1 block diagonal. And now 2 blocks going across. And now 2 blocks diagonal. So 1, 2. And now 2 sets of 2s going down. 1, 2. And 1, 2. And it should connect to this block here. And if it does, you're doing everything correctly. So now let us fly all the way down here. Let's go fly back down to where we started with the 4 blocks diagonal that we created here. Alright, so find that. Find the 4 blocks diagonal. And we're going to start from this block here, this bottom block here. And we'll place 2 blocks going across on the lower level of it. So 1, 2. And now 3 blocks going across on the lower level. 1, 2, 3. And now 2 blocks going across on the lower level. 1, 2. And now 2 sets of 3s going across. 2 sets of 3s. So that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright. And now 2 blocks going across. 1, 2. And now 5 blocks going diagonal down to the right side. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so now I want you to place a block next to this on the right side of it. So it looks like that. Okay, now on top of this block, I want you to place another block. And now underneath this block, I want you to place another block. So it looks exactly like this. Alright, so now this has turned into 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks diagonal. Still 5 if you count this, but we just added these 3 blocks going up right next to it. So it should look exactly like this. We didn't delete any blocks, we just placed them. Alright, now from this block here, I want you to place 2 blocks going down on the left side. 1, 2, and now 1 block diagonal. Like that. This is going down to the left. And now we'll place 2 blocks going across on the lower level. 1, 2. So it looks exactly like this. Alright. Now I want you to place 1 block diagonal up to the left. So it looks like that. And now 5 blocks going across to the left side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it should connect to this other 5 blocks going across. And if it does, you're doing everything correctly. Alright. So now let us go back to these 2 blocks going across that we just placed here. And I want you to place 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the right side. So it's going to look like this. So this placement block is already here, so we didn't have to delete that. So that's 1, 2. So it should look exactly like this. Alright. Now 4 blocks going diagonal down to the right side. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 blocks going diagonal. And now 6 blocks going down on the right side. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 blocks. We went 4 diagonal and 6 blocks down. Alright. Now we'll place 2 blocks going across to the left side. So that's 1, 2. Alright. And now we'll place 1 block going diagonal up to the left side. That's 1. And now 2 blocks going across to the left. 1, 2. And now 1 block diagonal, and it should connect to that black wall up there. So, like that. Okay? So now let's go back to the 2 blocks going across that we just placed after the 6 blocks going down. So, starting on the right side of it, we'll place 6 blocks going diagonal down to the right. So, starting underneath this placement block, that's going to be our first black wall. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 blocks going diagonal. Now we're going to be placing, and you can see this is our center block. We don't need that right now. Alright, so now we'll place 6 blocks going down on the right side. And if the 6th block touches the ground, that means you're doing everything correctly. So let's go ahead and put that there. That's a placement block. And now 6 blocks down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it should look exactly like that. Alright, so now let's go down to the block that we just placed, the last block that we just placed. And on the left side of it, we're going to be placing a placement block right there. Alright, and now we'll switch back to the black wall. And from here, we'll place 2 blocks going diagonal up to the left side. So that's 1, place a block there, and 2. 2 blocks going diagonal. And now we'll place on the upper level. On the upper level, we'll place 3 sets. 3 sets of 2. 3 sets of 2 going across on the upper level to the left side. So 3 sets of 2s. That's 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. So that's 2 blocks diagonal and 3 sets of 2s going across on the upper level. Now we'll place 1 block diagonal. So like that. Now we'll place 2 blocks going across on the upper level. 1, 2. And now 1 block diagonal. Still going up to the left. Like that. And now 8 blocks going across on the upper level. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it should look exactly like that. Now we're going to go all the way down to the left side of the pixel art, which is right here. Alright, it's a short distance from the 8 blocks across that we just placed. So find this area here. And what I want you to do is place 2 placement blocks going across right next to this on the right side of it. So 1, 2. So it looks like that. Alright. And switch back to the black wool. And I want you to place, starting from this block here, we'll place 3 blocks going diagonal up to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3. 3 blocks diagonal. Now, going starting next to this placement block that we just placed, we'll place 5 blocks going across to the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like that. Okay. So now let's go back to the third block that we just placed in the 3 blocks going diagonal, going back to this block. And I want you to place a placement block right next to that. So it looks like this. And I want you to place a black wool here. And it's actually going to be 5 blocks going across. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it should match this 5 blocks that we just placed here. Alright? So it should look like that. There's a sheep. Get off, sheep. You're going to hurt yourself. He did anyways. Now we'll place we'll place 3 blocks going across in between these 5 blocks going across. So we'll place our placement block there, and then 3 blocks going across. 1, 2, 3. Alright. And now we'll place 2 blocks going up on the right side of it. 1, 2. And now we'll place 1 block diagonal going up to the right. Like that. And then we'll place 1 block diagonal going up to the left. So it looks like that. And now we'll place 4 blocks going across to the left side on the upper level. So we don't need a placement block here. We could just use these blocks here. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. It should look exactly like this. Alright? So now, from the 4 blocks going across, starting from here, we'll place 3 blocks going diagonal. So we're going to be filling in these areas here. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. So it's going to look like that. Exactly like that. Alright? So now let's go over here and find this area here. The top of the 5 blocks going across here. Alright? And this is the 3rd block that we just placed when it went diagonal. Alright, now I want you to skip this area. You can go ahead and put a placement block if you want to, but let's just skip this 1 space and go here. And place a block there. So it looks like that. And then we'll switch back to the replacement block and we'll put 1 there. And then put another black wool next to that. And you could go ahead and delete. Actually, yeah, you could go ahead and delete that. So it looks exactly like this. And now, starting on top of this block that we just placed, we'll place 2 blocks going across, starting on top of it. So it's going to be like this. That's 1, 2. Alright? So it should look exactly like that. Now, in these 2 spaces, we're going to go ahead and fill it in with black wool. So just fill that in. So it looks exactly like that. Okay? So now let's go to the right a bit until we find the 3 sets of 2s that we placed. Now, I want you to find the 3rd set that we placed, which is right here. Okay? Now, directly underneath this block, I want you to place 3 blocks going down. 1, 2, 3. And there should be a 1 space gap right here. As you can see, there's a 1 space gap from the ground. Alright? Now, next to it on the ground, starting next to this, next to it on the ground, you go ahead and put a placement block just so you don't get confused. We'll place 2 blocks going up. 1, 2. So it should look exactly like this. Alright? So now I want you to find the center, which is this block here. This is just 2 blocks up. So that's 1, that's 2. Find this area here. And I want you to place 1 block going across. So it looks like that. Alright? Now, I want you to put 1 block going diagonal up to the left side from this block. So it's going to look like this. Alright? Now, I want you to place 2 blocks going across on the lower level. So that's 1, 2. Okay. Now I want you to place one block going diagonal down to the left. That's one. And now one block going diagonal down to the right side. And that's one. So it should look exactly like this so far. Alright. So now let us move a little up. Actually, go to this area here, where we had the 8 blocks going across on the right side. On top of this block, I want you to place one block up on top of it. So it looks like that. Alright. Now I want you to place 2 blocks going across on the upper level. So it's going to look like this. On to the left side. So 1, 2. So it looks like that. Okay? Now, starting on top of this block here, the first block that we just placed for the 2 blocks going across, I want you to place 3 blocks going across to the left side. So 1, 2, 3. So it looks like that. Okay? Now, starting on top of the first block that we placed for the 3 blocks going across, starting on top of this, we'll place 2 blocks going up. 1, 2. Alright? So it looks like that. Alright, so now let us go and find the 6 blocks that went down. The first block that touched the ground in this pixel art. These 6 blocks that went down, I want you to go up here and go 1 block diagonal. So it's going to be right there. So these are the 6 blocks that went down, and that's 1 block diagonal up from it. I want you to find this block here, and from this block, we'll place 5 blocks going up to the right side. So it's going to look like this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright? So it should look exactly like this. Okay? So now we'll place 7 blocks going up to the right side. So 7 blocks going up on the right side of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it should look like that. Now let's come back down. Next to this placement block, we'll place 3 blocks going diagonal down to the right side. So it's going to look like this. That's 1, 2, 3. 3 blocks going diagonal, like that. And then we'll place 3 blocks going down to the right side of it. 1, 2, 3. And now we'll place 6 blocks going down to the right side, and it should touch the ground. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if it touches the ground, you're doing everything correctly. Alright, so now let us go back up to where we had the 7 blocks going up. Now, I want you, starting from the top, I want you to place 3 blocks. 3 blocks going diagonal. So we're going to put our placement block there. And then we'll place 3 blocks diagonal on top of this. So this is 1, 2, 3. So it should look exactly like this. Alright. So now I want you to place 2 blocks going across the upper level. So 1, 2. Okay. Now from this block, I want you to place 2 blocks going diagonal down to the left. So 1, 2. And you should connect to that black wall there. Okay. Now, starting on top of this block here, I want you to place 1 block on top of it. So it looks like that, an L shape. Okay. Now, I want you to place 6 blocks going up to the right side of this block. 6 blocks going up to the right side of it. So that's, put a placement block there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, I want you to place 1 block going diagonal up to the left side. So that's that. And now 5 blocks going across to the left side on the upper level. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And should connect to that black wall there. Okay. Now on the last block that we just placed, the last block on top of it, I want you to place placement block. And then next to it, I want you to place 5 blocks going up. Next to, or on top of this black wall, 5 blocks going up. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, make it look exactly like that. Okay, so now let's go to, let's see, where should we go next? Let's go over here. I want you to find this area right here, where it's kind of like a T that just fell over. Alright, so let's follow this path until we get to this area here. These two sets of threes going across. All right. Now I want you to get to this point right here. The first set of threes that we just found coming from that path. So starting on this set of threes, starting on the right side on this block here, I want you to place one block going diagonal up to the right. So it's going to look like that. Okay. And now I want you to place 3 blocks going up on the left side of it. No, on the right side. 3 blocks going up on the right side of it. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So it should look like that. Okay. Now, 1 block going diagonal up to the left. And now up to the left again, we'll place 2 blocks going up. 1, 2. And now 1 block diagonal up to the left still. So it should look exactly like this. Okay. So now let's see what else could be missing. Let's move down here again to where we had the 6 blocks right here. To where was it here? No, it wasn't there. It was right here. This L shape, and then we had the two blocks going diagonal. Find this area here to where we had these 6 blocks going up. Okay, find that area, and now on the top block right here, I want you to place right next to it on the right side 2 blocks going across. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2. Should look exactly like that. Okay. Now we'll place 3 blocks going across on the lower level. 3 blocks going across on the lower level. 1, 2, 3. Now this area has a lot of blocks going right next to it, so I hope I don't lose any of you. So this is 3 blocks going across. Now on the lower level, you'll place 4 blocks going across. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now on the lower level. So this is all going to go down. This is all going to go down to the right side. So now on the lower level, you'll place 3 blocks going across. 1, 2, 3. Now, as a short recap, we had 2 blocks going across, 3 blocks going across, 4 blocks going across, and then 3 blocks going across. Okay? So now you'll place 2 sets of 2s going across. 1, 2. 1, 2. And now you'll place 1 block diagonal. Like that. And then 2 blocks going down on the right side of it. 1, 2. And now you'll place another 2 blocks going down on the right side of it. 1, 2. So essentially it was 2 sets of 2s going down like that. Alright? So it should look exactly like this so far. Alright, now I want you to place 2 blocks going diagonal down to the right. So 1, 2. Okay. Now I want you to do the same thing we did over there to get that T looking effect where it looked like a T that fell over. A letter T. So we'll place a block next to this block on the right side. And then I want you to place a block on top of it and also underneath it. So it looks like a T that fell over. Okay. Now I want you to place from this block here, the lower one, I want you to place 7 blocks going diagonal down to the right side. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 blocks. Now I want you to place 2 blocks going down on the right side of it. So that's 1, 2. Okay. Now we're going to be placing 1 block diagonal. So that's 1. And now 4 blocks going down on the right side of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here comes the moment of truth. We'll place 2 blocks going diagonal down to the right side, and if it touches the ground, you're doing everything correctly. So that's 1, 2. Okay, so it should look exactly like this. And if I lost any of you, I'll do a quick recap. So this was 2 blocks across, 3 blocks across, 4 blocks across, 3 blocks across, 2 blocks across, 2 blocks across, 1 block diagonal, 2 blocks down, 2 blocks down, 1 diagonal, and another one, so essentially it was 2 diagonal, and then we added the 3 blocks like this to get the T effect. Now from there, it was 7 blocks diagonal, then 2 blocks down, 1 block diagonal, 4 blocks down, and then 2 blocks diagonal. Now, we're going to have to do this again 2 more times, and it's going to be right next to this one, so it could be a little confusing, so I'm going really slow at this part. So now we're going to skipping a level here, so we'll just put that there to make it level. Starting next to this black wool, we'll place 2 blocks going across. 1, 2, and then this is the same thing. We're gonna go all of it's gonna go down to the right, so it's all gonna go down to the right. So we'll place 3 blocks going across. 1, 2, 3, and now 4 blocks going across. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now 3 blocks going across. 1, 2, 3. I hope I didn't confuse you by saying this is all going to be the same, because it's not going to be the exact same thing, like the same numbers. It's just going to be next to each other, and it's going to go down to the right. All right, so little mini recap: 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, and 3 blocks. Okay, so now let's do 2 blocks going across. 1, 2. And now 2 blocks diagonal. That's 1, 2. And now 2 blocks going down on the right side of it. So 1, 2. And now 1 block diagonal. And now 2 blocks going down. 1, 2. And we already have a placement block there, so that was easy. And now we'll place 3 blocks going diagonal. 1, 2, 3. And now 2 blocks going down. 1, 2. And now you'll place 2 blocks diagonal. 1, 2. And now 2 sets of 2s going down. That's 1, 2. And 1, 2. And now you'll place 1 block diagonal. And now you'll place 2 sets of 2s going down. And it should touch the ground from there. So this is 1, 2. And 1, 2. And if it touches the ground, you're doing everything correctly. So now let's go back to the 6 blocks going up, which is this area here. And now we're going to skip a level like we did for this block. So we'll place a placement block there. And we'll place 1 block across now. Only 1 block. So it looks like that. Okay. So now we'll place 4 blocks going across. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So now we'll place another 4 blocks going across. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we'll place 3 blocks going across. 1, 2, 3. And now 4 blocks going diagonal, down to the right, of course. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blocks going diagonal. And now 2 blocks going down. And we already have a placement block there, so that helped us. 1, 2. So it looks like that. So it's 4 diagonal, 2 down. Okay. Now we'll place, from the 2 down, we'll place 1 block diagonal. So it's like that. Okay. Now that we place this 1 block diagonal, I want you to go over here just a little bit to the right and find this placement block. Alright? When you find this placement block, I want you to place 8 blocks going across. So this is the 1 block that we just placed. Go a little diagonal and find this placement block. Now 8 blocks going across right next to it. And this is why we need the placement blocks, because it helps us out a lot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Now I want you to place 7 blocks going across on the lower level across to the left side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And it should touch that black wall there. Okay? And now let's go back over here to this block right here. This is the block that we used to place the 8 blocks going across. This block right here. Now, directly underneath this block, I want you to place 1 block. There you go, going down. And now, the blocks are already placed here, so this is wonderful. So now, switch to the next block. the block right here, I want you to place 2 blocks going down from it. 1, 2. So it should look exactly like this. Alright? So now, moving a little to the right, you see this placement block? I want you to put a block next to it on the left side. So we get that 1 diagonal. So this went 8 blocks across, 1 diagonal, 2 blocks down, 1 diagonal. Okay? So now I want you to place another block, actually. It's going to be 2 blocks diagonal. So it's going to be like that. 1 diagonal, 2 down, 2 diagonal. Alright, now I want you to place underneath this placement block 2 blocks going down. 1, 2, and then you're going to be adding 2 sets of 2s. 2 sets of 2s going down. So this is going to be 1, 2, and 1, 2. So it should look like that. And then we'll add 3 blocks going down. And if it touches the ground, you're doing everything correctly. That's 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to do a little recap because that was a little confusing. So this is 8 blocks going across. Just forgetting about the placement blocks for now. This is 8 blocks going across, 1 diagonal, 2 down, 2 diagonal, 2 down, and then 2 down, and then 2 down, which is essentially 3 sets of 2s going down, and then 3 down. Alright, I tried to go as slow as I could for this part, because it's confusing, especially if you don't have the placement blocks, it'll be very confusing. Okay, so now I want you to find this T. Remember that T that we created? The second one, not the first one that's over there, the second one, this one right here. Alright, from this block right here, I want you to place 3 blocks. I want you to place actually 2 sets of 3s. 2 sets of 3s going up to the left side. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So it's like that. Okay? Now I want you to place 5 blocks going up to the left side of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I want you to place 1 block diagonal going up to the left, like that. Now, on top of this block here, starting on top of it, we'll place 3 blocks going across to the right side. 1, 2, 3. So it looks like that. Alright, now on top of this block here, I want you to place 2 blocks going up. 1, 2. So it looks like that. Okay? Now, starting on top of this block again, we'll place 2 blocks going across to the left side. So that's 1, 2. So it should look exactly like this. Okay, so there should be a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3. 3 block height from these 3 blocks going across. Okay. Now, starting on this block, we'll place 3 blocks going across on the lower level of it. So 1, 2, 3. And now 3 blocks going diagonal down to the right. Oops, put that there. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now that we placed that, let's move over here, just a little up to the right side of it. And when we find this block here, from this block, I want you to place 4 blocks going down on the left side of it. So this block here, so we'll place that there. Oh, can place it there. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should look exactly like this. Okay? Now, from this block, we'll place 5 blocks going down on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like that. Alright, now I want you to place 1 block diagonal. It's 1 to the right side, of course. This is all going to go to the right side. And we'll place 2 blocks going across on the lower level. So 1, 2. And now 1 block diagonal. Like that. And then 2 sets of 2s going across. So from this block, we'll place 2 sets of 2s. 1, 2. 1, 2. So it looks like that. Okay? And now we'll place, starting on top of this block that we just placed, we'll place 2 blocks going up. 1, 2. And then directly underneath it, underneath this block, we'll place 3 blocks going down. 1, 2, 3. So it looks like that. Okay? Now let's go back to the top of it. From this block, I want you to place 4 blocks going up on the right side. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and it should touch that black wall. And if it does, you're doing everything correctly. Alright, so now from these 3 blocks that we just placed from here, 1, 2, 3, on the bottom, this block, from this block, I want you to place 7 blocks going across to the left side. So we'll place a placement block there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so it should look exactly like that. Now, from this block, I want you to place 3 blocks going diagonal up to the left side. So it's going to be going alongside this. So it'll look like this. Put a placement block there. So that's 1, 2, 3. 3 blocks going diagonal. Okay. Now, I want you to place 2 blocks going up. This is all going to go up to the left side, by the way. 2 blocks going up. So this is 1, 2. So that's 7 across, 3 diagonal, 2 up. Okay, and now I want you to place another 2, actually. Place another 2 blocks going up. 1, 2. So it looks like that. So it's 7, 3 diagonal, 2, and 2. Alright, now I want you to place 2 sets of 3s. 2 sets of 3s going up. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Alright, now I want you to place 2 blocks going up. 1, 2, and then 1 block diagonal, like that, touching the 5 blocks going across, and it should be in the center of the 5 blocks going up, actually. Not across, but up. So it should look like that. Alright, now that we have that done, we can move over here to where we had the 7 blocks, like last time, 7 blocks going across, and we're going to start on the right side of this placement block, and we'll place 1 black wall there, and then underneath it, this is going to go down to the right side. On the lower level, we'll place 2 blocks going across. 1, 2, so it looks like that. And now 4 blocks going diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we'll place 5 blocks going down on the right side. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now there should be a space gap here. There's 1 gap. And from this spot here, we'll place 2 blocks going across. So 1, 2. And it should look exactly like that. Alright, now starting from the 2 blocks that we just placed that we're going across, we'll place 2 sets of 3s going across on the upper level. So 2 sets of 3s. That's 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now, directly underneath this block, I want you to place a block there, and then from this block, I want you to place 1 block going diagonal. So it's going to look like that. Alright? So now, from this block here, the 3 blocks going across, from this block, I want you to place 4 blocks. 4 blocks going diagonal up to the left. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 blocks going diagonal. Okay. Now, I want you to place 2 blocks going up to the left side. So 1, 2, and now 2 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1 and 2. I should touch that black wall there. Okay, so now let's go all the way down. And do you see where we have these 4 blocks going down and then 2 blocks diagonal, which is right next to the blocks that we just placed over here, the 4 diagonal and whatnot. So find this area here, the 4 blocks going down, and then the 2 blocks diagonal from it. And what I want you to do is put a placement block next to it on the right side, and then I want you to place a black wall next to it on the right side. So it looks like this. And then place a black wall on top of this block that we just placed. So it's 2 blocks going diagonal. So it looks like that. Now I want you to place 2 blocks going up from it. So we could just use this placement block so it looks like that. 2 blocks going up. And then I want you to place a block going diagonal up to the left. So it should look exactly like this. Alright. Just pause the video if you need to. So now let's go ahead and finish the outline of her face. So I want you to find this area right here. It's going to be on the right side of the outline. Alright, so find this is the outline, the right side of the outline, and just move a little bit in, and you should find this area here where we have the 2 blocks going across on top of these other, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 4 blocks going up, and on top of it, 2 blocks going across. So find this area here. Alright, we're going to start on the right side of this area. What we'll do from this block, we'll place 6 blocks going diagonal up to the right side. So let's put a placement block there. Now 6 diagonal. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 blocks going diagonal. Now I want you to place 2 blocks going up. So 2 blocks going up would be, oops, that's 1 and 2. The second block should be right next to this placement block. Alright, so now let's go back over here to the 2 blocks going across. And on the lower level, I want you to place 9 blocks going across. So placement block there, so 9 blocks going across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, now we're going to switch to the upper level, and we're going to be placing our blocks that go up to the left now. All of them are going to go up to the left. So now we'll place 4 blocks going across. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're going to be placing 3 sets of 3s going across. 3 sets of 3s. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to be placing 4 sets of 2s going across. 4 sets of 2s, but we're going to start on top of this block here. So starting on top of this block here, I want you to place 4 sets of 2s going across. So it's going to look like that. This is where it starts. That's 1, 2, and then you could go ahead and add in the other 3 sets. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. So just double check that you placed 4 sets of 2s. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and make sure you started on top of this black wool here. Alright. So now I want you to place, from this block here, I want you to place 6 blocks going diagonal up to the left. So that's 1, oops, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 blocks going diagonal. Now I want you to place 2 blocks going up on the left side of it. That's 1, 2. And now 2 blocks diagonal. So it's 1, 2. And now 5 blocks going across. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now 2 blocks going across on the upper level. So that's 1, 2. And now 4 blocks diagonal. Going up to the left, all of this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blocks going diagonal. And now I want you to place 2 blocks going up on the left side. So that's 1, 2. And then 1 block diagonal. So just put that next to the placement block. And it should look exactly like that. And there we have the outline of Anna's face, which looks lovely. Alright, so now let's fly all the way down to the right side of the pixel art, close to where we started. I want you to find this L shape here. It's not too far from where we started on the pixel art. So find this L shape here, and directly underneath this block, I want you to place 3 blocks going down. 1, 2, 3. And it should connect to that black wall there. Alright, so now all that's left to outline is Anna's facial features. Her eyes, her nose, and her mouth. So let us go over here to the left side. And do you remember where we placed the 17 blocks going down here? I want you to go all the way up. And we already have a placement block here. So I want you to add 4 more placement blocks underneath this one here. This is why I told you guys not to delete them until I instruct you. So you should still have a placement block here. So let's add 4 more underneath it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now that you've got this placement block here, I want you to add 6 going across right next to it. So right next to it on the right side, 6 blocks going across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you should be at this point. Now I want you to switch to your black wool right here, and now I want you to place next to it 3 blocks going down. So that's 1, 2, 3. All right. Do not delete any of these until the placement blocks until I instruct you. So that's 3 blocks going down, and now I want you to place. I should actually say this now. A linked 3 blocks going down. A linked 3 blocks, and you should know what that means from the tutorial guide that I made. So a linked 3 blocks. So it's going to look like this: 1, 2, 3. That's a linked 3 blocks. All right. Now I want you to place a linked 2 blocks going down. 1, 2. Now a block right next to it. A block next to this block. So it should look like that. Okay? Make sure to pause the video if you need to. And now we'll place a linked 3 blocks going across. A linked 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. So that's going to the right side. So it should look exactly like that. Now on the lower level, I want you to place 4 blocks going across. So back to the placement blocks. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now switch back, and we'll place another 4 blocks going across on the lower level. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so it should look like that. So now let's go up here, and starting back from where we placed the 3 blocks going down, we'll place 2 blocks going diagonal up to the right. So that's 1, 2. And now we'll place 10 blocks going across to the right. So that's be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. So it should look like that. So now let's go back down here to the first linked 3 blocks that we just placed. These are the first linked 3 blocks that we just placed. And from this block here, we'll place 1 block going diagonal up to the right. So like that. And now 2 sets of 2s going across to the right, on the upper right. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright. Now I want you to place 8 blocks going across on the upper level. So we don't need the placement block here because we already have this black wool. So 8 blocks going across. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continuing it. 7, 8. So it should look like that. Alright. Now from this block, we'll place 3 blocks going diagonal down to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now 2 blocks going down on the right side of it. 1, 2. So it should look like that. Okay. So now I want you to, let's see, where would it be easier? All right, go down here. You see where we had the 2 sets of 4s going across, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And this was the first one that we placed. This is the first 4 that we placed. I want you to come to the right side of it. On top of this block, I want you to place a placement block there. Switch back to the black wool. And then starting on top of it, I want you to place 3 blocks going across to the right side. So 1, 2, 3. And it should look like that. Alright. Now I want you to place, from this block, I want you to place 1 block diagonal. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So it's going to look like that. And now I want you to place 3 blocks going up on the right side of it. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to pretty much mirror this same thing. On the left side, you'll place 3 blocks going up. 1, 2, 3. And now 1 block diagonal coming inside now. Same thing over here. So it's like that. And then 3 blocks going across, connecting them. 1, 2, 3. So it should look like that. Okay. Now, just these 2, alright? I just want you to delete just these 2 placement blocks, and you can go ahead and fill in her eye here with black wool. Like this. And now I want you to fly back up here to where we had the 10 blocks going across. Let's start on the right side of the 10 blocks that we had going across. So, starting on this block here, on top of it, we're going to skip this block, go to the second one, place a block, same thing. We're going to skip this block, place a block, skip this block, place a block, and then skip this block, and then place a block. And there should be 2 spaces here. You don't do anything with those 2 spaces. Alright, so that's the outline of Anna's eyes. Now let's go and work on the other side. And let's see. Alright, this is 6 blocks. What I'm looking at right now, this is 6 blocks down, 8 blocks down, 6 blocks down, and then 6 blocks down. Go to the 8 one, which is the second one I named. So it's this one right here. This is the 8 blocks. Now, starting on the bottom, I want you to go ahead and count 4 up. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure it's the 4th one. And then you'll place 7 blocks going across to the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Now, I want you to go back down here, and next to this placement block, that should still be here. Don't delete them. It should still be here. I want you to place 2 blocks going across it. 1, 2. Alright, now I want you to place 2 blocks going diagonal, obviously to the left side. 1, 2, so it should look like that. And now 5 blocks going across. 1, 2, 3, continuing it, 4, 5, like that. Alright, now on the lower level, we'll place 2 blocks going across. 1, 2. And now 2 blocks going diagonal, going down. So let's go and put that there. What's 1, 2. And now 2 blocks going down. That's 1, 2. And then 1 block going diagonal. 1. So it should look exactly like this so far. Alright? And now let us go back to the 2 blocks that we placed. Now underneath this block, underneath the second block of the 2 blocks, I want you to place a total of 4 blocks going down. 4 blocks going down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be like that. Okay. Now I want you to add 2 sets of linked blocks going across. 2 sets of linked blocks going across. So starting underneath this one. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright? So it looks like that. Now I want you to place 2 sets of normal 2s going across. 2 sets of normal 2s. So 1, 2, and 1, 2. Oops. So it looks like that. Okay? Now let us go to this area here, to where we had the 2 blocks going down and then the 1 block diagonal. Now I want you to add a linked 2 blocks going down. So add a linked 2 blocks. So that's 1, 2. So it should look like that. And now I want you to add 1 block diagonal going down to the right. And then 3 blocks going across on the lower level. 1, 2, 3. Then going back up to the right, we'll place 1 block diagonal. And then 2 blocks going up. 1, 2. Now switching to the left side, we'll place 1 block going diagonal up to the left. And then 3 blocks going across to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then 1 block diagonal. And you could go ahead and delete these 2 replacement blocks inside her eye. And you can go ahead and fill in this area of her eye. So it looks like that. Alright, so now let's move up here to where we have the 7 blocks going across. And let's start on this block here. We'll skip a block and then place a block there. Skip a block, place a block there, and then skip a block and place a block there. So it should look exactly like that. Now the next thing that we're going to do is fill in this space here with black wool. Just go ahead and fill that in. And then we'll fly over and until you get to this area. And you're going to delete these 3 blocks that are going across. Not these blocks, but these 3 blocks that are going... Actually, diagonal, not across. What am I saying? So delete these 3 diagonal blocks and fill in this area with black wool. Go ahead and fill that in. So it looks like that. And now that's where I'm going to go ahead and stop. We're going to go ahead and pause. And this is going to be the end of part 1. So be sure to stay tuned for part 2, which I'll be releasing in about a day. And let me know in the comment section down below, did you like the way I was actually instructing you? This is the new way I'm going to be doing my tutorials from now on. And of course, now that part 1 is over, you can go ahead and delete all of the placement blocks. I'm not sure. I mean, if I were you, I'd keep them just to be safe. But, I mean, you know what? Yeah, we're going to keep them. Just keep the placement blocks for now, because we might need them in part 2. So thanks for watching, guys, and be sure to stay tuned in for more Minecraft videos.